Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I'm Sharad and today we are diving into the world of blues. Whether you have just picked up the guitar or you are looking to get into the blues, then this video is for you. So before we move on and talk about the musical stuffs, I highly recommend you to study a little bit about the history of the blues music. Blues music came from Black Americans, African Americans. There are lots of documentaries about black music, black culture, black history. Any documentaries or biography about any black musicians, blues musicians would be very helpful. And especially now we are dealing with guitar, so recommended would be some blues guitar players, from back in the day. And this will not only help you to understand the blues music, but it's also respecting the culture and respecting the music as well. There are different forms of blues music. The most common one would be 12-bar blues. So let's take a look at the 12-bar blues, what it is and what the form is and all that. For guitar and blues music, the most common key would be E and A. We're gonna stick to the key of A this time. So let's take a look at 12-bar blues in the key of A. So 12-bar blues, basically it's a 12-bar as the name says. So as we are in the key of A, the first chord would be A7, right? And let me tell you, in blues we use 7th chord. So it's not major 7th, it's dominant 7th. So this is the dominant 7th. You can play it from here too, right? So A dominant 7. So 12-bar blues, the first 4 bars would be A7, right? And then the 5th and 6th bar would be D7. So from going from A to D would be like going from 1 to 4. So A7 would be 1 and D7 would be 4th, right? The 4th because if you look at the A major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 1, A, B, 2, C sharp, 3, and 4th would be D. So from 1 to 4. You will hear people talk about, in numbers, like going from, okay, play the 4th chord and 5th chord. That basically means the scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 5th and 6th bar would be D7. And again, we go back to A. So basically bar 7 and 8, right? And in 9th bar, we go to the 5th chord. So 5th would be E7, right? So E7 1 bar, D7 1 bar, 9, 10, and then again 11 back to A7, and the last 12 bar you can go to E7, right? There are variations of this as well, 12-bar blues. Some people like to go to D7 right in the 2nd bar. You can do that too, all right? But just to keep this simple, let's stick to this one. And also same thing with the E7 at the 12 bar. People would like to stay to the A, so last 2 bars you can play A, or you can go to E7 in the last 12 bars, right? So those are different variations. But you can decide later on which one you want to do. You can improvise, right? So you can first rhythm you can go to E7 and the 12 bar, or then next time you don't need to, So you can improvise. There is a lot of room for that. So what is the blues rhythm? Let's talk about that. Blues music is the heart and soul of many different styles of music. Let it be jazz, rock, soul. Blues is more about feelings. It's not completely about technique. Of course, technique would be nice to have, and it's a part, but it's more about feeling and how you play. That's why the understanding of rhythm is very essential. So blues rhythm basically is a swing 8 notes. If you play 8 notes, let's say straight would be like da 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 da. But in blues, it's the later one would be a little bit laid back. So da 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 da. So if you play straight 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and in the blues would be 1 ba da 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 da. So if you can get that feel. Right? Of course, there are different variations of that rhythm too, but the basically would be da 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 da. That kind of rhythm, right? So get used to that rhythm. So the first step to practice the blues would be play the rhythm. Those are the 12 bars, and we are in the key of A. Now you know the chords, right? So practice the rhythm. And in the last bar, you can change the rhythm so that you let people know that it's end of the bar, or it's called turn around, right? So the last bar, you can do some rhythmic variations there. Okay, so that's the first step. And second step would be to elaborate that rhythm part. We are dealing with rhythm at the moment. We are not going to the solo yet. First, you have to learn to play the rhythm. Okay, so that was the first step, to play the rhythm. Now you can sophisticate that rhythm part a little bit more once you know the A7, all the chords, D7, E7, D7 you can play like this, E7 you can play like this, right? And I hope you know these basic dominant 7th chords. So if you don't know the dominant 7th chord, learn those chords first and then play the rhythm, right? And the next way, or the next step, would be to play the rhythm, let's say like this, the shuffle, string shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm doing here is basically I'm playing the power chord, A7. So I'm playing only these two strings, A and D, and I'm pressing the G string at 2nd fret, so it's E note. So A and E, power chord. And what I'm doing is A string is open, but then I'm pressing the F sharp. And this is the typical blues rhythm style. An important part in this is the muting. The muting is very important in this. So you slightly mute. Not too much, but just a little bit, that it has this punch. So this is A. So if you play the first 4 bars, which is A7, and then you go to D, D would be here. Again, now you change the group of strings. So D string and G string. Now you are pressing in the 2nd fret, that will be A note. So same thing. If you don't mute, it would sound. We don't want that open string ringing too loud, right? So it has to be muted a little bit. And then go back to A. And the 9th bar, which is E. Now we play E, these two strings. E strings and A string, and you press here in the 5th string, 2nd fret. Same thing. And then D. So that was the end of one round. Then we again go back to the beginning, and then we play again and again. So that's we repeat the form again and again. That's 12-bar blues. And of course, there are different variations of this rhythm as well. Another common shuffle rhythm would be something like this. So what I'm doing here is basically pretty much the same what we did in the first rhythm. Now I'm adding this another note. So E, F sharp, G. A is ringing open all the time. In case of D, it's the same thing as we did before. Now we're adding this note. Now E, D, A, right? So that's another way to play shuffle rhythm. So those were the two examples of blues rhythm playing. And of course, you can be creative and you can improvise the rhythm style as you progress. Okay, now when you understood the rhythm and the form of blues, 12-bar blues, next step would be to try to solo over the chord progression, right? And for that, the very essential scale you should know would be the minor pentatonic scale. So we're going to take a look what is minor pentatonic scale. So since we are in the key of A, let's take the look at A minor pentatonic. So A minor pentatonic would be A, C, D, E, and G, right? So this is the most common pentatonic scale, and it's very useful. So this is the one position, and same note, octave higher, and you can explore the whole fretboard, right? But start with one position, which is this. It's easy to understand. It's in the same position. It's pretty similar. The fingerings are also pretty easy. All right, going up and down. That would be the next step to learn. And with the same minor pentatonic, if you add one more note, it will be a blues scale, right? And the blues scale is also, of course, very important for blues playing. But it's just a minor pentatonic, which you just learn and add one another note, which is this E flat, right? So it's a flatted fifth. A, C, D, D sharp or E flat, E and G. And play again the octave higher, right? And get familiar with this fingering. And even though we are in a dominant chord, it's blues is 7th chord, the minor pentatonic scale still works, even though it's a minor third, this C. And in the chord it's C sharp, right? Still works in the blues. So learn the pentatonic scale. I'm not going too deep with the pentatonic scale. That will be a different video. But like I said, stick to one position, learn one position, and find the same notes in different positions. So those are basically the 5 notes or 6 notes with the flat 5, or it's called blue note. And then find those notes in the different places in the fretboard. So now you have learned the form, 12-bar blues form, and the chords, and the rhythm, how to play the rhythm, and also the pentatonic scale. Then the next step would be to improvise. Yeah, with those tools, you will have to just jump on the sea and swim. Yeah, that would be the interesting phase. But keep it simple. At the beginning, the more you try to keep it simple, the easier it's gonna be, and it will develop, or it will give you the good base, so that later you can build stuffs on the top of it. Also, try to learn the solos note by note. It doesn't have to be a difficult solo at first. Just learn some licks, right? You don't have to learn all the solos. Listen to your favorite artist, or the tune that you like, or the artist that you like, right? Just try to copy a few licks from here and there, and that will also be a very good help. And that's the next step you have to do. And later, when you have learned the licks from here and there, then try to use those in your own playing. There are plenty of backing tracks you can find in the internet these days. So just put one, choose one, and then improvise and try to use those licks and come up with your own licks, right? Improvise and see. The most common blues lick in the minor pentatonic, which would be something like... You know, there are lots of bends involved, lots of vibrato. I have made a video about bending technique, so you might want to take a look at that as well. So this would be a really typical blues lick. Or so this is all based in minor pentatonic, right? So that's it for today. It was the introduction to blues guitar, blues music. Hopefully it was helpful, and hopefully you have received some ideas to get started. And if you have enjoyed this, leave a comment, share this video, and stay tuned to more lesson videos. Thank you.